Now, singer-songwriter Natalie Chapman will embark and get this on a, I don't want to call it crazy, on an amazing journey across the country, visiting 90 towns in 90 days, performing at 90 gigs. She will host talks across the country, raising the issues and talking about the awareness campaigns around violent and sexual crime in South Africa. She now joins me in studio. Natalie, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, thanks for having me.
Before we get into just all the others, I need to ask you this question. This is one ambitious project. In actual fact, I think it might actually be a SA and world record.
I've entered for the Guinness World of Records, so we'll see if they approve it in time, hopefully, and the SA record as well. Yeah, and whatever records we get, it's more exposure for the product. I mean the project and the campaign. Yeah.
So how did this come about that you wanted to do this? And this is such an issue within our country. From whether you're going from Cape Town to the north, to the west, to the east, there are problems related to violent crime, related to sexual crime in this country. But how did you come about with this as a campaign?
I had a migraine the one day, and when I woke up, I just had this epiphany. But I'd met Andy Kawa from, I'd heard about her organization, Kwanele, enough, and it had given me goosebumps. I think that there's some NGOs, including the other NPO that we're working with, is Epic Foundation. Both founders were rape survivors when they started their organizations, and they're doing real work, you know. So I knew about the organization. I woke up from this migraine, and I've always wanted to do a crazy tour, not 90 days. But it just came to my mind. First of all, it was 150 days, and then a few people said to me, "Just calm down, just cut a little bit off." But yeah, I just think that as an artist, that this was my way. If I'd done like 40 gigs or something, it wouldn't really show my commitment. This is going to be hard, and it's taken me 6 months to book 90 gigs. I'm still booking the end bit of it, so. Yeah.
So it could go well past 90.
No, it's going to end at 90.
Stop at 90, okay.
Yeah, the last one will be in Joburg, yeah.
Okay. So talk to me about just kind of, the work that you're doing with the two organizations. Once you had the idea, you needed to create the partnerships and then learn more about sexual crime and violent crime in South Africa.
Yeah, well, I have worked on this issue before when I was a filmmaker, independent filmmaker. Domestic violence was always my focus, but I just think that in South Africa, and especially after speaking to and working with the NPOs, is that we are just in such a bizarre situation. We really do think that it's normal, that we fear for our lives, and that women and men are being raped every day in South Africa. So it is a serious issue. It's not something that everybody likes to talk about, makes them uncomfortable, and that's the whole objective of this tour, is Andy and Alta speak out so openly about their experiences being gang raped, as well as Alta's experience with her husband as well. So it's just saying it's okay to talk, especially for children, when they keep it inside, it damages you for life. So I think it's about starting a conversation. That is our objective.
The very first song you performed here on Morning Live was a song that you specially wrote for this project. Tell me about that. Who did you work with?
This is the first time I've performed it live, yeah. Wow. So I sang it on radio the other day, just a little bit of it, but this is the first time I performed it live, so it was a bit nerve-wracking. I wrote it along with another South African artist, Roel Roo. I started it off, and then he's helped me with the arrangement as well. Normally I write alone, so once again a new experience for me. And it hasn't even got a title yet. But we'll be doing downloads of that once I leave. We'll be releasing it to radio and whatever we make
platforms
from the downloads will go to the various charities.
Okay, so just give us a sense of what's happening. The actual campaign, your roadshow start on the 30th. Where do you go? Very quickly.
Okay, I go from Pretoria in my Kia-sponsored car, because they saved my bum. They really did. I've got to say that. I start in Pretoria, go all the way across to Springbok, down the west coast, then Cape Town and surrounds, Khalisha and Mitchell's Plain, then go up the Garden Route, inland, a little bit KwaZulu-Natal, right across the top, and then Free State, and then back to Gauteng and end in Johannesburg.
Okay, so if you want to follow this 90-day and 90 tour, 90 towns gig that starts at the end of the month, log on to www.nataliechapman.com. All the details are there, and you can pledge, donate, find out more about the causes, the charities she's working with, upcoming gigs. It's got all the details.
And get involved, the communities to get involved.
Again, she's got a couple of more performances here on the show.